If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal.
The question of life's ultimate purpose has echoed through the hearts of humanity for centuries. What is the supreme good? With one precious life to live, what should we strive for above all else? What is the noblest treasure to seek? The Apostle Paul gives us a profound answer in his letter to the Corinthians.
If I have all faith so that I can remove mountains but do not have love, I am nothing.
Paul's words elevate love to the highest position, above even miraculous faith. Yet love wasn't always Paul's strength. When we first meet him in Scripture, his hands are stained with the blood of persecution. His zeal burned against the early Christians. But as Paul's life unfolded, something extraordinary happened.
Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?
That moment on the road to Damascus marked the beginning of Paul's transformation. The same man who once hunted believers would later write, "The greatest of these is love."
Above all things, have fervent love among yourselves.
Peter's words remind us of the central role love plays in Christian life. Above all things, love takes precedence. And John, the disciple who walked so closely with Jesus, takes this idea even further.
God is love.
John ties the essence of love directly to the very nature of God. Love is not just something God does, it is who He is. To know God, then, is to know love in its purest and most divine form. Paul explains this beautifully in Romans when he writes, "Love is the fulfillment of the law." In ancient times, people believed they could achieve righteousness by meticulously obeying the commandments. Every action became a calculated effort to earn their way to heaven. But Jesus offered a simpler, more profound path. When asked which commandment was the greatest, he answered,
Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Jesus made it clear. Love is not just one virtue among many. It is the foundation of everything God commands. When we truly love, we naturally fulfill the law. Love leads us to honor God, to worship Him, and to treat others with kindness, compassion, and grace. Loving others means meeting their needs, forgiving their wrongs, and seeking their well-being as we would our own. It's not about grand gestures. It's about consistent, selfless actions that reflect the love of Christ. Peter urges us to love fervently. John reminds us that God is love, and Paul declares love as the greatest of all. Together, their voices guide us toward a life where love is not just an idea but a way of living, reflecting God's heart in everything we do. Love is the supreme good, the noblest pursuit, and the greatest gift we can give. It fulfills the law, transforms our hearts, and draws us closer to God. To live in love is to live in harmony with His will and to bring His kingdom to earth.